Alright, this is the first month after that last video I made where I made this whole planner. I'm going down all the months, so this is video 1 of hopefully 12, but we're focusing on the January page that I made for this month. I wanted to make like a tone to set the mood for the month so I can do all my journaling and planning and kind of stay on track with whatever that theme and tone is going to be. So this is the page I made. I'm gonna kind of show you guys how I got everything on here, the quote, the sticker, the heading. So yeah, we'll just start with the supplies. So I got some washi tape from Michael's. It was on sale. It kind of has that same rose gold that I used in my previous video to make all of the headers for the calendar months, and it also had the same colors as all my pages, so I just kind of had to buy it. And that's a sheet from the journal that I ripped out, and these are some stickers I got, but I'll show those later. The main focus is on the January, which I hand drawn. So what I do is I get online usually and I use dafont.com, and I find a font that I like. I kind of wanted a Roman one this time, so I scrolled down until I found one, and you can type in your word to preview it and see how it looks. So I found one that I really liked, and then I just kind of freehand sketched it on my paper, made some little guidelines, and just kind of eyeballed where everything needed to be. Now, my phone is so annoying. Please ignore the fact that I have to keep like taking out a sleep mode every few minutes. I don't know how to change it, and I'm sure the battery was dead. So yeah, that happens a lot. So yeah, I'm just doodling the January, just my skeleton sketch that I'm gonna later go in and kind of bulk up and make the lines a little thicker so you can actually kind of see the shape of what I'm doing. And yeah, I just use cheapo supplies, just regular school pencil right here. Nothing special at all for this because it's not that advanced. It's just like a piece of paper I'm going to cut out. So I'm just going to sketch out all of the letters kind of based on what I'm seeing there in my little guidelines that I made. This phone is like mad annoying, like I got two phones, you know, one for the recording which is what I'm using. So that's how I have one on my lap, and that's how I'm also recording this video. I wish I had a plug, but that's not my reality, sadly. So yeah, I hope I kind of skipped some of this because this was kind of a grueling long process, just finalizing everything, cutting my phone back on every few seconds. Like, it got so freaking annoying. But anyway, got everything, finalized it, and this is kind of how it turned out. I used my phone again to kind of measure the lines and make sure everything lined up properly because I was too lazy to go get a ruler. But hey, guess what? That works. God, my nails are chewed up. Man, my car dealership gives free manicures with like a repair service, and I'm just about to go get my tires looked at to get my nails done because this ain't it. This is not it. But yeah, using my little cheapo eraser, I'm just gonna erase everything I just spent time doing because I don't have a light table. So this is kind of my method of getting clean lines. So yeah, just erase pretty much everything that you did so you can just have that little faint ghost of whatever you did. Boosh. Looks like we are good to go. So now I'm gonna go to my cheapo, what are they, Crayola fine liners, and I picked the hot pink one, just washable markers, and I went ahead and just kind of fill that in with the same pink that was on that main page. So alright, so I'm finishing up with the marker here. And now I'm going to take one of my thinner microns and trace the outside of it. This is kind of the same thing I did earlier with the floral designs, just kind of doing a very sloppy, really fast outline, except for I'm going to double it up this time. I could have just used a bolder pen from the start, but I kind of like using a smaller one because it gives you more control to make the lines as thick and as thin as I really want to. So I can kind of change up a few things and as far as the line thickness and the line weight. But that's what I'm going to do. Go through and give these a nice trace. Alright, just going to finish those up, and I just think the outline ties it together with that whole hand-drawn feel that I was making earlier with the previous video. If you haven't seen that one, you can watch it and you'll see what I mean, how this all kind of ties in together and matches. So that's that. I went in with that same pen and did a outline on the top just to add some dimension. And plus, I'm going to be cutting this out, so this is going to be kind of my guideline. But same thing I did with the flowers, just a really quick sloppy trace. Upon looking at it, I didn't really like how dull that pink was with the marker, so I decided to go in with my Prismacolors and find a really bold pink and go back over it. And lucky for me, that marker gave it a really nice base, so it's really bold and super pigmented now that I'm using the Prismacolor on top of the Crayola marker. So just going to go ahead and give that a nice color. I'm also going to go back in with another colored pencil in a second, in a mint green that kind of matches the background a little more with the flowers. We'll get there in a second. So I'm going to take my pencil here and kind of write like a little outline on the bottom, like a little drop shadow. I'm going to fill that in later with my Scribble Sharpie. And I also added a date here, which I'm going to kind of incorporate with that same little outline thing that I've been doing throughout this whole journal. And the Scribble is Sharpie, it's a cheap Sharpie. It's just my thick marker. I don't care about the thick marker on the bottom because it creates like a shadow effect. So I don't really care about being a perfectionist when it comes to the bottom of the letters, not the top. I want them to look a certain way, but this bottom, I'm just going to go right through with this marker, and I like the bold look. I think it adds exactly the kind of shadow pop that I wanted it to add. Yeah, and I'm gonna go in right after I finish this as well and make sure I fill in those numbers down there, the 2019 part. Oh wait, no, not yet. I'm gonna go in with that mint green I was talking about first before I do that. So yeah, I really like this color too, just because it matched that pink, white, and green type theme that was going on, so it works. After I trace these, I'm pretty much just going to erase the outlines and cut out my picture. I'm pretty much done. And this is it, the final result. I'm going to cut it out and glue it onto that sheet along with some other scrap paper here so I can just kind of write some things out. And then I put that sticker there that I chose for my pack, and I used some of the washi tape to kind of just get everything laid out like a scrapbook and cover up the really bad end on that notebook paper and just kind of make it all sync together. So that's my January page. Come back for February.